Hello, this is Demon Phoenix with a quick Witcher 3 tutorial video about the Preservation enchantment. Preservation is a really good enchantment. It provides a passive bonus by making it so that the Armorer's Table and grindstone bonuses never expire. It's a good enchantment compared to some of the other ones because you don't have to have it on both of your swords for it to be active. If you've got a silver sword with Severance, for example, and a steel sword with Preservation, the Preservation will still be in effect even when you're using the silver sword, and your bonuses won't expire. You can take this concept one step further and make it so that you always have a sword with Preservation without ever having to actually use it. So you can use a better enchantment on your steel and silver sword. You do this by having a backup steel sword and a backup silver sword and having Preservation on both. When you're in a battle and you want to use a silver sword, then you equip your backup steel sword and that keeps the Preservation enchantment. When you then want to fight an enemy that you use your real steel sword for, you equip your backup silver sword, and again that keeps Preservation whilst allowing you to use the steel sword that you actually want. Here you can see that I'm using the Toussaint Knight steel sword and Erendite, which are two of the best swords in the game. But whenever I've got the silver sword equipped, I will have the backup steel sword and vice versa. So here I have Erendite equipped. If I was fighting a monster, then I would equip the backup steel sword and that would have Preservation. Even though I'm using Erendite, I still keep Preservation on the other sword. If I was fighting human enemies or non-human enemies, I would switch to the steel sword and then I would just equip the silver sword, my backup silver sword that has Preservation on. In this way you always have Preservation equipped and you always keep the bonus. One of the things you can do as well is you can use the Grandmaster swords from the Blood and Wine sets that you get, and you can use those as your backup swords. So you're never actually using them, but you can use them as part of the Grandmaster set so that you can get the bonuses from having 3 pieces of Witcher gear equipped. For example, here you can see that I'm using the Toussaint Knight steel sword and Erendite, and I have 2 pieces of Griffin armor equipped. So when I'm using the Toussaint Knight steel sword, my backup silver sword with Preservation is the Griffin sword. I'm never actually using the Griffin sword to fight any monsters that need a silver sword, but because I have it equipped, I get the set bonus for having 3 pieces of Griffin gear equipped. Likewise, when I'm using Erendite, I would equip the Grandmaster Griffin steel sword, which has Preservation on. So as well as always keeping Preservation, the steel sword then counts as one of my 3 pieces of Witcher gear. So even though I'm never using it, I still get the bonus. You can see here when I go to apply my oil in the fight, I will just switch the swords around. So because I'm fighting monsters, I would switch to the Erendite sword, and in order to keep Preservation and keep the Witcher set gear bonus, I would just switch to the Grandmaster steel sword. Then I would just go and apply the oil and fight as normal, and you can see here that I get the bonus for having 3 pieces of Griffin armor, and you can cast signs twice. You can do this for the Feline set and the Ursine set or any of the ones that you want, and have your backup swords as the swords from those set, so you still get the bonuses. It's a good little trick, and it's something that just means that you can always keep the Preservation bonus, and it really doesn't cost you anything because you're never actually using the weaker swords that you've got equipped. I hope you enjoyed that. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.